Select committee hearings now out of the way, attention turns to Downing Street. And if nothing else, those hearings have only given David Cameron more questions to answer. Why, for instance, was the Prime Minister kept in the dark by his Chief of Staff when Scotland Yard offered to brief him on a contract given to Neil Wallis, former deputy editor of the News of the World, friend of Andy Coulson, and now a suspect himself in the phone hacking investigation?
Who is that official?
The official is the Chief of Staff.
Ed Llewellyn?
Yes. Yeah. It was simply an offer to explain what scoping meant, what it could lead to.
And what happened to that offer?
The offer was properly and understandably rejected.
Andy Coulson arrived under a cloud and left under a cloud, but Cameron has stood steadfastly by his communications man. Well, almost steadfastly. His endorsements are starting to sound slightly less convincing.
I took a conscious choice to give someone who had screwed up a second chance. He worked for me well, but actually he decided in the end that a second chance wouldn't work.
If I was lied to, if the police were lied to, if the Select Committee was lied to, it would be a matter of deep regret and a matter for a criminal prosecution.
No one has argued that the work he did in government in any way was inappropriate or bad. He worked well in government, he then left government.
Our understanding was...
And if there were any doubts over the guilty efforts that Prime Ministers past and present went to in order to court the press, then such doubts exist no longer.
I was invited within days to have a cup of tea to be thanked for the support by Mr Cameron. No other conversation took place.
And that's
it lasted minutes.
And that's the one you went in through the back door?
Yes. I had been asked also by Mr Brown many times.
Through the back door?
Yes.
The summer recess, already postponed by a day, looms. Cameron will try to reassure Parliament that he's in control.
What Cameron needs to do is to establish himself as a sunny winner, a sunny Jim figure, to cheer up his troops, rather than emerging from this as some sort of loser figure, somebody who's behind the game. Then I think that is a problem for him going into the summer.
David Cameron needs to make the next move, and it needs to be a decisive one. Watch out for an announcement of sorts, possibly even a sacrificial lamb. Alistair Bunkle, Sky News, Westminster.